Yes. Hey, honey, you like you having a great day. I am. Today has been a great day. I'm loving life. Well, since you're in a good mood, do you think we can do I think we can what? I feel like you about to ruin my day. Do you think we can finish that conversation we were having the other night? You said you was not in the mood then, and you're in the mood right now, correct? Why are you? And just like that, my day is ruined. Just like. I'm sorry, I didn't want to ruin your day. I just don't know when I can bring it up. How about never? How about you never bring it up? Because just like that, my whole day is ruined. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but you said when you were in a good mood, talk to you about it. You're in a good mood now. I don't never know when to speak to you. How about you never speak to me about it? How about that? Okay, I guess I just keep it to myself. Perfect. Now can I go back to having my good day without your interruptions? Yeah, you can. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. This series is dedicated to just making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds, I can guarantee you that. So the skit you just watched was about how it is to try to finish a conversation with a narcissist. So me personally, as I said before, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. I've been in psychotherapy for 4 years, and I remember telling my therapist, I said, look, I am so tired of working so hard to make this relationship work with my wife that we had planned a date night, we'll be having a good time, chilling, cuddled up on the couch or whatever, and she'll bring up some stuff from 3 weeks ago or a month ago. And we are having the same conversations over and over and over again. We're having the same arguments over and over and over and over again. She's like, well, did you finish the argument the first time? I was like, what do you mean by finish it? She's like, did you finish the argument or did you leave it on pause? I was like, well, I told her we'd talk about it later. Did you talk about it later? No, I didn't. So there you have it. So you will always have the same arguments until you finish the previous ones. And in talking to you, she's like, dealing with you, you are a narcissist. People don't want to talk to you because you get defensive. Everything that people talk to you about is an attack. So when my wife would bring up stuff like, hey, can we, you remember I asked you that question a couple weeks ago? You never answered it. I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Why we got to bring this up right now during a good moment? I don't know what other moment to bring it up, because when you're talking to a narcissist, it's hard to figure out when is the right time to bring up a conversation that you should be having. When is the right time to finish a conversation that you should be having? Is it the morning times? No, it's not the morning time, because if you bring a conversation to me in the morning, if you bring an argument to me in the morning, I'm going to accuse you of ruining my entire day. If you bring it to me right before I go to work, why would you want to argue this early in the morning? Right now, of course, out of all the times you could have picked to have this argument, you want to have it right now, right before I go to work, right before I have to go do all this stuff today, right before I have to go deal with the world. You going to argue me right now in the morning times? No, don't do it in the morning times. So when can we talk about this? How about never? How about I would rather you leave than talk about this? And the reason why. And again, you can't bring it up at nighttime either. You can't bring it up while they are at work or while you are at work. You can't bring it up right when they get home because they're trying to rest when they get from a long day at work. You can't bring it up when they're about to go to sleep because you about to ruin that. You about to keep them up all night thinking about this. So you can never bring it up. And you know why? Because narcissists know that if you bring something up that we are guilty of, then we have to either have a long conversation, we have to confess, or we have to argue about it. Me personally, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I try to avoid it by any means. So you put it on pause. Let's talk about this later. Hopefully, internally, I'm hoping that later never comes. I don't want later to come. I want you to just forget about it, because right now I'm thinking look, we shouldn't have this conversation right now because I don't feel like talking to you about it. Narcissists know that anytime you want to talk about your feelings or how you feel about something, we are responsible for it, so we don't want to hear it. It makes us uncomfortable to hear that we're going to be blamed for something, and we don't want to talk about accountability. Is kryptonite. Accountability to narcissistic people, to toxic people like myself, it hurts. Accountability is painful. Apologizing is painful. That's why you will rarely ever get an apology from a real narcissist. The apologies a narcissist will give you, or something to the lines of, "I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry you feel that way." Some kind of big ass blanket statement apology that doesn't really apologize. It's just saying whatever. "I'm sorry you took it that way. It wasn't my intent." There's no specificity to narcissist apologies. And I think a lot of people have trouble dealing with that you never get a real apology from a narcissist. You stay longer. I've had people stay longer in relationships with narcissistic people because they don't get real apologies from narcissists. You don't get them. I'll get one. I've talked to people that have been in a relationship for 10 years. I got one real apology in 10 years. Why did you stay 10 years? I'm not judging y'all. It just blows my mind. That's how my mind works. I'm just straight to the point. I'm just like, you got one apology in 10 years, but you stayed for 10 years. So in that narcissist's minds, they didn't need to apologize. And you're still there a lot of times. So why do they need to apologize? Why do we need to finish conversations? Why do we need to have arguments or whatever? Why do we need to admit fault or admit guilt or take any kind of accountability or responsibility if you're not going to leave us anyway? If you stay with me 10 years and I've never apologized, I've never taken accountability, I've never done any of that, why would I change now 10 years later? Oh, because I thought when we got married, things were going to change. No, you thought. I didn't say that. You thought that. You thought because we added a layer to this relationship, because we added kids, because we added a house, because we added a marriage, you thought it was going to change? Why? You got me now. Like, I know I've said this in a few videos, y'all, but I keep having to harp on it. If you just have a boyfriend or a girlfriend right now, and you think that person is a narcissist, if you marry that person, you are accepting that person as is, like a house. If you're going to buy a house, you're technically accepting the house in as is condition. No repairs, no contingencies. You're accepting me as is. Why do you think I'm going to get better later on? Narcissists do not appreciate and value when you add layers as time goes on. The narcissist, the person in your life, they might add things, but it does not make that narcissist more valuable. So if you add stuff to the narcissist, like if we are being rewarded for treating you terribly by you staying, or you agreeing to marry us, or you agreeing to have kids with us or by us, if you are constantly rewarding our bad behavior, why would we change our bad behavior? Why would we alter that in any way, shape, or form? Why? Serious question. Why would we do that? Why would we change? Why would we alter that behavior in any way, shape, or form? I think people I just have to be direct sometimes. I know a lot of channels you talk to, you get the empath, the victim's perspective or whatever. This is me. I'm asking a serious question. Why would we change after we've been rewarded so long for bad behavior? Why change now? That's why I get to talking to people that have been in these long-term relationships. Are they going to change? Are they psychotherapy? Like myself, some intense psychotherapy, some intense behavioral alterations. That's the only hope that you have. If you can't, and they have to go to therapy for the rest of their lives. So if you can barely get them to one therapy session, if they just want to go talk to the pastor or the minister or the deacon or just the bishop or the usher, let's go talk to the usher. Imagine you dealing with a narcissist, a church narcissist, and like, let's go talk to the usher. She in school for psychology. Like she's 19, but she know more than we do. Imagine going to talk to the usher. They hand you a pamphlet to get into the church. They seat you at church. They ain't had no kind of rank or nothing at church. Imagine that. So again, y'all, stop rewarding bad behavior. I know you're going to ask me how. Stop rewarding it. Stop having babies by these people after they've treated you so terribly. Stop getting married to these people after they treated you so terribly, man or woman. This is not just for men. This is for women. This is for non-binary people. Whatever you identify as, this is for you. This is not gender specific. Narcissism is not a gender-specific disorder. Multiple people have this disorder. It's not just men. It's not just women. It's not just non-binary people. Everybody can be touched by this thing. Young folks, old folks. Your pastor might have it. The deacon, the usher that they want to go talk to at church, they might be a narcissist. You just never know. So stop rewarding bad behavior. Look, Finish conversations. Whatever it takes to finish the conversation before you go to sleep, finish it, y'all. Please finish the conversation. Hold more people accountable for their behaviors and live a better existence, because that's the only way you can live. Anyways, y'all, I'm burning some food right now in my house. I have to go in the house right now. I truly appreciate y'all tuning into another episode. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.